Hello, and thank you for popping in. You may recognize this young lady, for she is the same model in the last episode that I put up. And this was indeed shot on the same day. It was actually shot in and around a recording studio. This was actually in the midst of a band named Zedhead, who was doing recording upstairs. We went and looked around in the basement to see if there were any cool places to shoot. And indeed, here is one of those places. And as I look at this, of course there are three of her in this picture. And I know we had, there was a mirror there, and obviously light and such. I would like to tell you I remember exactly how we accomplished this feat, but I do not. It was, once again, we were, of course looking for light, but also looking for interesting places. And this was, I think it was a storage room. And I'm not sure how exactly that, I don't even think it was a mirror. I think it was like a glass panel or something. This was shot some years ago, and I do not remember everything about it. But I always remembered that it kind of reminded me of a shot that might have been in almost like a horror movie where, person goes to mirror, looks in mirror, and sees themselves, but maybe even another self, or a younger self, or a possessed self, or I don't know. Anyway, as I say, usually in the midst of a shoot, I don't try and analyze everything too quickly at the time. I just let my eye take me and guide me, and because I've done this for a long time, I trust that my eye will take me to interesting places, and hopefully interesting images will emerge. So, I'm not sure the story behind what the horror movie would be, or maybe this is, it's sort of, maybe it's a woman looking into a mirror and seeing herself and her long-lost sister, or her long-lost twin sister, or who knows. But to me, it was eerie, it was spooky, it was powerful. And, and let's talk about color in black and white. I like color. It does, well, I often shoot in color, and some people are aghast and stunned that I would shoot in color and then convert things to black and white, but I do that at times. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we shot this originally in color, but at times the color I find distracts, because I know whatever she was wearing, it has an interesting pattern. I think it had a lot of different colors to it, I think. And what I really, really was more interested in this picture was her expression and her face and the light and the shadows, and the color, I think, would have taken away from that. So there is something, there's something magical about black and white. I think it does take the focus off of the clothes and off of the colors and off of the, other things that could distract you, and just leaves you with the image. And in this case, it is a dark and mysterious image. And I'm very pleased with it. Sorry. I'm just trying to look and see. There are other things, in there that, sometimes you can't move things. I think there's a wooden skid and there's other equipment and stuff, but to me it was almost like a moment of awakening. Or maybe it's just before, Freddy Krueger appears. Um, I don't know, but I'd be most thrilled and happy to hear what this image means to you and what you see. And if you don't agree with something I've said, please write to me. So once again, I will leave you in silence to continue to digest this woman and whoever it is that she is seeing in the glass.